Hey everyone, Nicole Farrell here, Kachina Yoga, and I want to take a quick moment to do a brief introduction or explanation, not introduction, of the chakra system. Well, if I can be brief, but just a quick explanation as to how the chakra system works with your body, because unless you've been into yoga or meditation or any Eastern philosophies, you probably have not heard of your chakra system. I mean, I'm sure we've all heard of our circulatory system, our mental system, our lymphatic system, but normally they don't talk about the chakra system, which I think it's just so important for everyone to understand what it is and how it works with us. So your chakra system is an ethereal system of energy system that runs through your body. And there are 7 major chakras. It's, chakras all over, but there are 7 major ones that run along the energy center of your body. It's like like a central channel where the energy flows through. And the chakras are housed on an ethereal level. So they're not housed on a physical level. However, they work along with your mental body and your physical body as well. That kind of makes them a 3-part system. So when you have a trauma or a belief even that you've experienced or you've decided is something that you believe in, once you do that, then your mental body, it houses it in your brain, which is your computer for your body, which is your machine, okay, that your spirit is operating. So your mental will hold that. And if your mind is a computer, you have to think that everything that you put into your mind has become part of the programming that is your computer. So, one second. Yeah, we're still going. So, when you come into this world, you come in as a baby, right? You come in as a baby and you come in with a brand new computer, but when you come in, it's kind of just like when you go to the store and you tell them, I want you to put the Windows operating system on my this new computer that I'm buying, right? So they go in and they put, the people at the store or wherever it already comes with it, put what Windows decided was the programming to make this machine operate, which there's all kinds of programmings. I mean, all kinds of people make software programs. So when you come in, you get programmed just to a degree. So you become a male or a female, and you become a race. You have a race determined on you, and I'm just naming a few. Then you become you have an education classification. Did you complete high school? Did you complete college? Did you get a bachelor? Associate's, master's? Are you a doctor? Okay, then you have a religion put on you. So what is your religion, and what does that religion mean that you do and you don't do, and what do you believe and you don't believe, and who do your religion like and who does your religion not like, and what will happen to you if you do this? Will it be a terrible thing or will it be a great thing, and what is the grand goal of the things? So the religion has so much. Max, stop it. Come here. The religion has so much to do with your programming. Then you have your political programming, then any clubs or associations that you belong to. What is your financial status? Are you poor? Are you middle class? I mean, there's all this programming that goes into how you're brought up from the time you go in. So you have that programming, which is in your mind, in your computer, but then you also have programming that is held in your chakras, which is based on emotions. And the emotions that you get, you come in, so you think about it like you come in as a baby and you have a mama, and every time you cry, oh my God, mom shows up and I just worship her. I love her so much. She can do no wrong in my eyes. I cry because my stomach hurts, because I'm hungry, and she either whips her boob out and gives me milk, or she gets a bottle, or whatever it is that she does for me to feed me. Now I'm satisfied and I'm happy. Oh my gosh, I love mom. Mom can do no wrong. Well, one day you do the cry, it normally takes you 3 cries, and mom doesn't come. So you do 3 more cries, and mom doesn't come. So you're like, okay, now I'm into 3 more cries, and finally she shows up, and now, oh, guess what happened? Mom did some wrong. Regardless of the fact that it's not something that scarred you for and hurt you so badly. I mean, you can be hungry for a few extra seconds, but what it did was it caused a little trauma in your mind that, oh, everything doesn't work the way I thought it works, and I'm not in control. I'm now controlled somebody else. I'm relying on them for something, and they are in control. They have a power over me, because you come in as a baby. You don't come in as an adult who's in full control. You have to release your power to somebody to to take care of you, to clean you, to make sure that you don't have rash and breakouts on your body, to make sure that you're full, to make sure that you're satisfied, to make sure that you're healthy, to make sure that you're warm, to make sure that you don't fall on the ground. I mean, you don't get to just be in charge of everything. And then other things happen, like when you start to walk, because you see that you're supposed to do this, but then as you try, you fall, and it frustrates you, and you start to give up sometimes. And those little things are programmed in your emotions of self-confidence problems. And then as you go through school, maybe you're not the perfect person in math, but you do good in English. But in math, now that you do good in math, your feelings are hurt, and you feel less confident about things in the math area, or in the reading, or in the grammar, or you went to a school that didn't have much funding, so you don't read as well, or you don't write as well, and people make fun of that. And it causes a self-confidence problem, or maybe it causes an overconfidence problem because you went to a school where you were taught that you were entitled to everything, and now you look down on other people, and now you have an overconfidence problem. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they become programmed in your chakras. But in order to get to them and to deal with those issues, you have to understand the body as it's made up. You have to go inside and work on the issues that are housed on the physical, mental, and spiritual level in order to get to them. So I'm sorry if I'm talking rough, but I'm really this subject makes me very excited, because I feel like everybody had the right to learn about this as a child. I mean, if you can force education to teach children about sex education, then why could you not force them to learn about their chakra system, which is a makeup of their body? If you don't do it on a level in the school system, you could do it on a religious level. Most people have a religion, and in every religion there's a reference to the chakras. It doesn't come out and say chakras, but it will say something about the number 7. And climbing and ascending, climbing a ladder, ascending 7 heads, 7 this. There'll always be something about the number 7, so that it's there. But they keep that hidden. They don't teach it on the spiritual level. And then when you think about on a governmental level, if you can force people to tell them that you have to do this vaccine for your child, and you have to teach this in school, this is mandatory, and this, that, and the other, and you have to pay taxes, why would you not teach people what they have to know about their body composition? Because this is where your blockages are held. And as long as you have blockages, you're going to live in your lower desires, and you're going to have low self-esteem and low confidence in yourself, and you're always going to be looking to somebody or someone else to believe in, and someone else to do something for you, because you don't think that you can do it for yourself. And it's going to keep strife, and it's going to keep you in a worker bee mentality. So when you have these blockages on your mental or your chakra level, they are going to manifest physically. If you have too many blockages on your mental level, what do they say? You have a mental illness. I mean, it can get out of control. You can have blockages so deeply hidden that it's like a puzzle that you've got to go in there and solve. And the only way to do this is through meditation. You can have blockages so deep in your chakras that they are manifesting as a messed up back, or horrible headaches, or you've turned yourself into having things like cancer and all kinds of horrible things that you don't even realize. So then you go to the doctor, and they tell you things like, oh, well, take this pill or take this treatment and this, that, and the other, and oh, I'm sorry, you're going to die, and we can keep you alive a little longer, you get this expensive medication. They're not going to tell you that, look, this is in your mind because you have blockages in your mind, or this is blockages in your chakras, and it's manifesting like this now. And this is what you need to do to address it, is you need to learn how to breathe so that you can get deep into meditation, and you need to practice meditation on a daily basis, and you need to go into your mind and go into the tunnels and find the hidden things and the demons that they tell you are outside and hanging around, but the demons are inside of you, because they're your blockages that you're running from and you haven't dealt with, and they're causing manifestations in your life. They're causing you to live in cycles of depression. They're causing you to live in poverty. They're causing you to live in low self-esteem and low self-confidence. They're causing you to live in rage and hate and fear. And they're causing you to not know who you are and to not look to yourself for what you can do for yourself, but to always be looking for somebody else or for a pie in the sky. And you can't continue to do that if you want to elevate into your higher self. Now, if you're happy living in that and that's what's comfortable for you, everybody has a free will and they can do whatever it is that they want. I mean, some people did come here just to be miserable. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then more power to you. Who am I to say don't do what makes you happy? But in order to get to those blockages and in order to elevate, you need to address your issues, because the crazy thing is that in your chakra system, in your energy channel, there are three major energy channels. You have a masculine, a feminine, and you have one that connects you into higher levels, higher elevation, higher realms. And the energy centers kind of look like the medical symbol, with the two crossing, or the DNA symbol, or they're rotating, and they can be clogged up because of the masculine thinking, the lack of divine feminine connection, all kinds of things that they could be clogged up so that they can't go clearly in and out to where they need to be. So when you have your clogs there, your blocks, and then you have your clogs on your mental, so your computer system isn't running, like they say, is not hitting on all fours. It's not moving quickly, because you have all of these programs that are in there that you have to run through and filter through to find out what the answer is. We can't just say 1 + 1 is 2. No, we can't say that, because we got to say 1 plus all these ego identities that have been put on me, and all of these situations that I've got to figure out before I can decide if it's 2. Is it supposed to be 2? I can't even just say it's 2 half the time, because I got to go through all these filters. So instead of my computer system running quickly from 1 + 1 is 2, it's going through all these extra stages, and it's like kind of like you need to defrag your system. It's just the same thing that you would do on your actual physical computer that you put your fingers on. You need to do on the physical computer that's inside of you. You need to defrag it, because if you think about when you start a computer and you start it up and it's on the home screen, and then you want to go to the internet because you want to go to your bank account to check your balance, okay? So you start your computer system up and go to the home screen, okay, there. But now I want to go to the internet so I can go to my bank. But from here to the internet, I have all of this extra stuff that's slowing my connection down, and I'm just watching the little thing just spin, 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 because I have all of these little fragments, and these fragments are these ego identities that we hold on so dearly to, that we feel like make us, and we don't even know what it is that makes us, because we're so busy holding on to what somebody else decided that we were when we came in here. So you're holding on to them, and they're blocking your mind. So then you want to go from the internet into the bank system. So now you finally got to the internet, and then when you go to the bank system, you got a whole nother list of blocks that you have to get through. So your computer is running slow. So as you go into meditation and you begin to address the issues that pop up, because meditation is not just clearing your mind completely and there's nothing that happens. Meditation is a guide back into yourself, deep inside of yourself. There are going to be thoughts. Now, we don't want to deal with, what we're trying to get away from is the bills that we need to pay, and the what are we having for dinner, and am I crazy? You're trying to, you don't want to, that's not what you're trying to focus on. Those thoughts are going to come, and those are what we're trying to clear. The mundane, everyday thoughts, so that we can get to the point where we are having access to our higher self, and we can begin to have a discovery of what's going on with us, because it's going to pull up blocks eventually. But even though it could be painful, you can't look at it as just like pain. You got to look at it as like, it's some work that I need to do. I need to get in there and I need to mine it out, so that I can have a clear channel, a clear mental channel, so that my Oreo cookie doesn't have a big plate down the middle, and I have my mental, which is my cream of my cookie, my physical, which is the one side of my cookie, and my spiritual, which is the other side of my cookie, all smushed together, working as one team, one cookie. Not that my cream has a big metal plate down the middle and I can't bite through to the other side. In order to get to that, you have to get in there. You have to dig into your chakras. You have to dig into your mental. You have to get into your meditation and your breathing in order to elevate into your higher self in its least pain as possible, because it can happen and you don't want to feel it if you haven't addressed your blocks, because if that energy rises and you haven't